My mic wasn't working for a second, so it took me 1 hour to get it back to working. It took me 1 hour. And yes, I'm over exaggerating. It actually took me 20 minutes. Well, no, 30 minutes. Yes, I'm over exaggerating. It took me 30 minutes. Not an hour, but it did take me 30 minutes. It took me a long time, okay? I'm over exaggerating. That's what I do. But, what's up, guys? I am Bryce. Where are my manners? What's up, guys? I am Bryce. And today, since the month of Christmas, I hope the mic did not pick that up. That's why it's gonna be more editing for me. Yay! And I decided to give y'all a little history lesson. Now, it is the 16th. I'm gonna try to upload this 17th. I'm gonna try to upload this on the 17th, but yeah, it and 1,753 was it? 53 or 54? 1,700 years ago, there was a there was a guy named Saint Nicholas. Saint Nick. Well, so Saint Nicholas, his real name was Saint Nicholas. His real name was Saint Nicholas. 1,700 years ago. This right here says he was both Catholic that
Catholic,
Catholic that I can't say it right, and Orthodox,
Orthodox,
but yeah, and he was a bishop, 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 however you say it, bishop, um, bishop, I think, and he was said to be the most holy man of all holies until one day, a dad and his three daughters, and these three daughters were starving uh, because they didn't have money to eat, and they're about to get sold into slavery when one night Nicholas, for 3 nights, first night first 2 nights he throwed a bag of a a, a bag of gold, I think, throughout, and he threw it at their window. First night, second night, until the third night, he threw it down the chimney. And he went around the world in a wagon. Like there's one story of four people being put to death, but he saved them from being put to death. And he also gifted gifts, like throughout the middle of the night he would gift he would knock on people's doors and then put gifts at their front door. There's also another story of him ri- uh stitching back together three dead children that were killed by a sinister butcher. There's also one story of of a person of a person seeing him seeing him smoke getting on his wagon and leaving. So he also had a smoking addiction. Nice. Yep, that's one thing. My goodness. Giant forehead. Why in that one existing picture they painted him with a giant forehead? Why? That one existing picture. It was actually two St. Nicholases, um, in the area, but this one in specifically, people say is the one that expired by the Santa that we have today. A scribe named I'm gonna butcher this, Cinnamon Matchophrastes. Please tell me I got that right. But he wrote down records of all the previous saints, and there was two Saint Nicholases, and he combined the two like they were one person. So it's impossible to tell which stories, which of the records are that Saint Nicholas and that Saint Nicholas, because he wrote them down like they were one person when there were two. So yeah. But there is people who believe, like me, who be- who believe Saint Nicholas of Myra was as truly as kind and nice as they said, as the stories say. And another story claims that he would be scared off a storm. Uh, there's people, I don't know the details of the story. It's like, but these uh, I have no idea what this picture is depicting, but uh, these people on the boat are those angels? These were in a giant storm when Saint Saint Nicholas and Mira calmed the storm down. Yeah. When it comes to the transformation to the uh Amer- American version of Santa Claus that we have today, these three men are often said to be the cause of Saint Nicholas to the Santa Claus that we have today. And well, in 1823, my goodness, 'twas the night before Christmas was written, and it's where most of Santa's tributes that we have today of Santa. You can see, and that's basically where the Santa that we have today came from. This is the first record of Santa being riding on a sleigh and the eight reindeer and their names coming down the chimney, which in the original I was about to say Chris Kringle, the Saint Nicholas, he did like throw something down in the chimney. If y'all remember, of me saying that, the third night he threw the sack down the chimney, and that's probably where he got the idea to write Santa going down the chimney in this book. Some of the attributes like rosy red cheeks, his floppy belly, his red coat, the attributes is there. And that's where we got the classic Santa that we have today. This book. Today we time um we have elves make the toy for Santa on but in the book Santa made the toys. And also in the book it also says he goes to the North Pole as well. You can see that's him revealing his naughty and nice list. That's him looking out. You know, there's also another picture in there of him revealing his revealing kids' letters to Santa. Yep. Yeah. Thomas Nast. The poem never really said a color for Santa's suit, so he colored it multiple ways, and one of those ways is red, and that's where the red suit of Santa, the classic red suit of Santa, in America came from. Well, in America, this is the American version of Santa. There's a lot of different versions of them around the world. Yeah, it was originally supposed to be um, a brown suit, but but it just devolved into a red. It was originally supposed to be brown, but it devolved into a red color. So yeah, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Have a Merry Christmas, guys, and yeah, have a Merry Christmas. I have a flashlight right now, and I have a flashlight right now. I wish y'all could see it, but I don't have a camera, and that's fine. I'm okay with not having a camera as long as I have my voice.